For this season, we are focusing on the eye. We have a deep dark brown, glossy eye with no mascara, nothing on the brows, so it's very raw. We try to break the pretty girly feeling to push in something more like in between, like a beautiful girl but stronger. So that's working.
There's a joyous thing about it. There was also kind of a childhood fascination and curiosity.
It sort of started with this idea of fairy tales and the fascination that you feel when you're a young child, and then sort of went into exploring how that's contained and how you grow up and how to sort of keep that in place. So the silhouettes feel a little bit more utilitarian and sort of boxed in, containing these more playful elements. I think we're always looking for that meeting, you know, where sort of that childlike curiosity, that whimsy, that fascination, that glee that you can feel over nothing when you're a child meets reality, you know, and how do you keep that? How do you withhold that? How do you contain that?
I definitely saw, you know, a lot of the whimsy that they've been known for. What they said to me is that they're really focusing on pieces and things that girls want to wear and what they want to buy. And you know, the fashion world loves like a print on print, and it's so editorial, and you know, there's a few street style stars in the world who can wear it. But I think for most women, most shoppers, that's a really intimidating look. So they're coming up with easier to wear pieces that still incorporate the prints they're known for.
I definitely am always referencing my mom, Max's mom. I think about myself quite a bit, and I think about the people that surround us, you know? I mean, I think a lot of that whimsy came from some of even the younger people in our office. And they have this like childlike fascination with the world as creative people, and I think it's so beautiful to watch. And then to watch that change, you know? And I think that we've gone through this evolution very quickly, and I think a lot of this collection kind of acknowledges that.
I'm a big SUNO fan, yes. I just think that they're really special. Like, I think that every time I wear something that's SUNO, I have like 10 people stop me of all ages, men, women, you know, men just walking up and saying, my wife and I love your dress, and just people just saying like, you look really nice, not like men hitting on you, you know, just really nice. Like, it's this really amazing response that, you know, you don't get wearing everything. I think they're really special. I think it's kind of timeless and it's elegant, but it's not stuffy, and you know, the prints are so vibrant.
The prints come from all over.
This
really.
time we actually worked with a painter that we know, and then she gave us just a few random things. We completely recolored it, and we blew it up, and then we shrunk it down. And that idea of mixing these sort of different sizes and scales was really important to us this season. And then also creating sort of whimsical, but also sort of techie pops to keep it cool, but also to keep it interesting. It has to mix together perfectly. I mean, every single thing, I mean, believe it or not, we're thinking out every single combination that's going down the runway. So it's extremely important. So the shoes we're super excited about. Actually, we did a collaboration with Nicholas Kirkwood, who was, believe it or not, a total dream to work with. He was such a sweetheart, and he hand carried these from Italy due to snowstorms. So they arrived yesterday morning, which we're really thrilled about. And then the other pair, he took our prints and then he added his own magic. And the other pair, sort of these guys. Aren't they amazing? We're thrilled with them. He did an amazing job. We also did a jewelry collaboration with Pamela Love, which we're really excited about. Little animals taken from our prints.
Videofashion Fund last year. That really helped to raise their profile. Last season was their first runway show, which was another way for more people to get interested. They started with Prince, and it's been such a big couple of years for Prince. It makes sense that their star would rise, you know, at this time.
I think our process has evolved a lot. I think now that we're getting production worked out, producing out of all of these different countries, and that's being handled a little bit more, and then also the way that we're navigating it. I think the fact that our process is a little bit more in line, and that we've really been forced with the Vogue CFDA Award to scrutinize and to think about our process. I wouldn't say it's easier, because it certainly isn't, but at least you feel like you know what you're doing when you're supposed to be doing it.
I think evolution was part of what we were looking to do after the first collection. You know, we wanted to make sure that we weren't a one-trick pony with those vintage fabrics. We wanted to make sure that we were letting people know that we could do other things besides that, but still stick with what we started out with, which was these prints and very wearable shapes.
Well, I also think in order to draw attention to the brand, we had to. You know, I mean, we could have stayed with a sort of conga-esque essence, but I don't think it would have gotten much traction within the fashion industry. And ultimately, you know, we are a clothing line, we are a collection, and that's very important to us. So we got to keep up.